Hi, my name is Liz. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Um, Happy New Year. It's 2025, and I've been MIA for a little bit because the holidays are always hectic, and I was on vacation, just came back. That's why I'm a little tan. I'm also a little under the weather, so that's why I sound this way. But I told myself at the end of the year that for 2025 I was going to be consistent with my YouTube channel, and that's also part of this whole reset. So let's reset for 2025. I wanted to give you just a few simple ideas as to how you can reset for the new year without being overwhelmed. I know there's a lot of videos of these going around, so I'm going to do a sit down style video and just give some ideas of some areas that we could probably all improve on. And I have my notes here, so I will go through what I personally am working on for 2025 and what I'm resetting. January 6th, and I know it's not the first, but it is the first Monday. So I think everyone collectively, let's just all agree that it is January 1st now. And if you're interested in getting some ideas for 2025 reset, then just keep watching. So 2024 has left the chat. It's 2025, and we're going to improve and do better than we did last year. And that can be from one thing to just completely shifting your life and doing a 180. So let's just kind of break down some ways that we can better our lives and better ourselves along the way. I broke down the habits and the concepts into two categories, one being personal growth and the other being health. So let's kick off with personal growth. With personal growth, I want to start getting back into journaling, and I think it's something that would help or does help a lot of people. And this doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can get a journal off of Amazon if you'd like, or you can just get a notebook and just jot down some things that you're grateful for. You can do this in the morning or in the afternoon. I actually have a journal which, embarrassingly enough, I've had since I checked this morning, 2021. That is how inconsistent I have been since 2021, and I have not gone through that notebook yet. So I'm picking it back up 2025, and that notebook has one side for morning journaling and another side for the evening journaling. And the morning is, I think it's a few things that you're grateful for, what you're looking for the day, an affirmation for the day, and then in the night side, it's a reflection of the day. So something good that happened to you during the day, how you felt throughout the day, things like that. So I think journaling is something that will help people just kind of unload whatever it is that you haven't, like, are keeping inside that you don't want to vocalize. It's kind of like free therapy in a way. I'm not saying that it's taking the place of therapy, but for someone who maybe doesn't want to go to therapy, or doesn't want to talk to their family, their friends, or significant other about problems that they're having, they can do it in a journal, and it'll just help you clear your mind. The second item is goal planning. And I did goal planning and vision board together. I would recommend starting with goal planning. Jot down some things that you want to accomplish throughout the year, some goals that you've been putting off or didn't accomplish in 2024 that you want to bring into 2025. Jot those all down. It can be something as simple as making your bed every day. Or for me, for example, getting ready every day. I have a corporate job and I work from home 3 days out of the week. So on those 3 days, I'm used to just not getting ready. I do not by all means by all means mean put on a dress, unless you want to, heels and all of that. Like, right now, this is me ready. I got ready for this video. And again, it's nothing crazy. Like, put on mascara, put on lip concealer, threw on a shirt, maybe not be in sweats and a hoodie all day, or my pajamas all day, is what I'm trying to get at. It can be something small like that to something big like save enough money to buy a house. Jot it all down. Once you have that all set, then you can create a vision board. I know some people have like vision board parties, which I think looks really fun. That's something that you could do with your friends, with your family, with your significant other. Have your girls come over, have a nice little wine night, you know, and get that all done. That would be very cute. Or the way that I make my vision board is through Pinterest. I go on there once I've written down my goals. I pick a few of them, and I go into Pinterest, look up pictures that resonate with what I am trying to achieve, save those onto my phone or computer. I've done both versions. I've go onto Canva, and I've then put all of the pictures into a collage. I've done where I save it as a wallpaper on my laptop. This year, the one that I made, and maybe I hope you can see it. Maybe you're not able to see it fully, but the one that I made, I did it on Canva, but I have it as my wallpaper on my phone there. So, whatever's more convenient for you, whether it's a poster board and it's in your room, on your desktop as a wallpaper, on your phone as a wallpaper, but I believe in manifestation, so I do think that it helps. And two, it's a fun activity that kind of gets you, looking forward to the upcoming year and everything that you want to achieve. Next, under the personal growth, I think a lot of people are very good with time management, but I would say more often than not, we all can improve in that. What I mean in terms of time management is not necessarily like you have a function and you need to make it out of the door on time, which, if that's something that you want to work on, that's something that you want to work on and it fits. What I'm talking about is time management in terms of all of the things that you want to achieve. So, for example, myself, I started my YouTube channel last year, and I had these goals, and I wrote them down in the beginning of the year in January, and I just didn't make the time to actually get them done. So my YouTube channel could probably be somewhere else if I would have used my time wisely in terms of after work setting a certain amount of time to work on videos, come up with ideas, anything related to my YouTube channel. So that could be Monday I'm writing down the ideas, and Wednesday I start filming, and then by Friday I edit and upload. Something like that. As opposed to just coming home from work and being like, I don't have the time, I can't do it, I have to make dinner, I finished work late, and all of these other excuses. Because I also look at other creators that do have full-time jobs, are on YouTube, and have great careers, so it's doable. It's just my time management is not good. And then at the end of the year, the last thing that you want to be is burnt out or upset that you didn't reach goals. Fourth goal for personal growth, or a fourth way that you can reset your life, reading more. I know some people don't like to read. You could listen to an audiobook. Spotify has a bunch of free audiobooks that you can listen to, and not those like crappy ones that no one's ever heard of. Like, they have good books. I have the premium subscription, so I don't know if that makes a difference, but like Jay Shetty's 8 Rules of Love, that's something that they have there. The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up, that's on there. Like, they have good books on there that you can listen to for free. And if that's also not your case, like you still are not interested in that, there's a bunch of educational podcasts out there, whether it's health and fitness, whether it's financial help, whether it's, just general knowledge of things. You can literally search, at least on Spotify, you can search any topic that you type in a word under the podcast, and it'll give you a bunch of episodes that are related to that. So there's no excuse to not educate yourself in 2025. That is going to help your brain so much. Knowledge and like the learning has become an addiction, and I just think that for 2025, it's something that everyone should give it a try. And you may really enjoy it, and you can learn about things that you are actually interested in, and there's so much material out there. The best tool that we have is our knowledge and our brain, and it's another way to exercise our brain now that we're not in school actively learning by force. This is something that you can do for yourself. And yeah, I'm just a big fan of podcasts. I need a sip. So now moving on to healthy routines. I would say one that is very popular in the beginning of the year is decluttering your space. And I'm all for it. I actually like to declutter. I don't really have like a certain schedule, but I would say like once per season I like to declutter. And I get this like euphoric feeling when like I let go of things, and I'm no longer struggling to like find places for items, and my clothes to all fit in the closet. And it's very overwhelming and overstimulating when your space is cluttered, and especially after Christmas and getting so many gifts, and or having just your for me, I feel like my house looks cluttered when I put the tree up, have all the gifts around. I mean, I love it, but it's also a little overwhelming. Like my tree's down already. I can't keep it up until the end of January because I can't. I need to feel that sense of like open space. My house is clean, and granted, right now it's still a little chaotic, but it's a good time to purge, especially after getting so many gifts for Christmas. 2, working out, moving your body. Moving your body doesn't necessarily mean working out intensely. You can go on a walk, and that is good enough. 30-minute walk every day. 1, it'll be good for your mind, and 2, walking is so underrated. Walking is so underrated. I really enjoy walking, but I live in New York, and it's freezing, like it's snowing as we speak, so I'm not going on a walk. But I'm also I've been working out, not that consistently, but I'm trying to be consistent for 2025. I have fitness goals that I want to achieve, and I know how good I feel when I am consistent with working out. It's just that it takes so hard to get to the gym mentally, and once you're there, you feel great, but the one day you fall off, it just it makes it so much harder to go back, and that's just not the right mentality to have. So I need to change my mentality around that, but working out is such a great way to change your headspace and your mindset as well. Um, Number 3, healthy meals, focusing on high protein. So high protein is something that I started to incorporate at the end of 2024, and I feel great when I eat high protein. It is it takes a bit to get used to. I have to weigh my food still, not in terms of like, and I don't want to trigger anyone with conversation like this, but not in terms of, oh, I'm weighing my food because I'm restricting myself. It's more so I'm weighing my food so that I know how many grams of protein I'm eating. And when I first started, I realized the portions I would normally serve myself, it was so much under the protein that I would need for my body. And this is something that you can look into. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, I am not a nutritionist, so I'm not going to sit here and give that advice, but high protein has been proven to really help people feel better, lose weight, and the amount of protein that you need is, of course, dependent on your body, how much you weigh, and things like that. So I would encourage everyone to look into that. But just overall, eating whole foods, less processed foods, I think, don't realize how much processed food we actually eat. The fourth tip, or the fourth routine, healthy routine that I would encourage everyone to start, is having a morning and a night routine. And I'm not saying that it has to be elaborate, but just having a routine will help you stay within your goals and help you achieve them. If you're kind of just all like loosey-goosey about things, in my personal opinion, it just doesn't work. Like, once you have a morning routine, it sets you up for the rest of the day. Like, your morning routine can be wake up at 5, go to the gym, get home, pack my breakfast and my lunch to take to work, shower, get ready. That's it. That's your morning routine. And then your night routine can be like cook dinner, skincare, take out your clothes for the gym, for the workday, pack your bags, pack your lunch, and then in the morning you're all set. So each one has an effect on the other. So if you have a good morning routine, it's going to set you up for the day to be productive. And if you have a good night routine, it's going to set you up for the morning to be productive. So I would really recommend that. It's something that, again, I fall off of, but I know how I feel when I have a morning and a night routine. It's just the consistency. I have 3 things that I want that are just personal goals to me. Aside from those general goals, they were a little bit more specific, so that's why I didn't mention them on there, because I'm not going to suggest them to someone who may not believe in any of these things. So, 1, I want to start doing things with intention. And with that, I mean the people that I hang out with, the clothes that I buy. I just want to do it all with intention. I think there's so many times that we hang around people that we don't want to hang around with just because we feel obligated. Don't have to do that anymore. Like, I don't think that we have to do that, and it's something that I struggle with. Some people really suck your energy and aren't, the best influence for you, and I just don't think that I think that you don't need to be around those types of people if you don't want to be. Also, you don't have to say yes to every event. You can say no and be home and keep your peace. When it comes to clothes, like buying clothes just to buy clothes just because it's cute, instead of, maybe investment pieces. Yeah, they'll be a little bit pricier, but, it's something that you'll keep for a long time. That's being intentional. So things like that. Number 2 is growing in my faith. So that's something that, I was raised in a Catholic home, and it was kind of like forced on me at the time. And as a kid, I guess the rebel in me was like, I don't want to go to church, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that. So I stopped going for a while, but my husband and I have started going to church consistently since we've been together, growing more in terms of learning more. And I do want to get like a little Bible study book just for myself, and to write notes and to kind of learn a little bit more. My husband is more, I guess, has more knowledge of like the Bible itself, and he can recite Bible verses and things like that, and like he knows more of that than I do. I grow in my faith in that way. And then the third one is I want to have a word of the year, so that when I reflect back on this at the end of the year in December, I can kind of measure whether I achieved my goals, or another way to measure whether I achieved my goals. Because obviously, a list you can check off and be like, yep, 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 yep. My word of the year is going to be dedication. A lot of the things that I have on my list are stuff that I've had on my list before, and I just don't achieve them or complete them or whatever, because I lack the dedication and I'm not consistent. So for 2025, my word is dedication. Also, just putting this out there so that I can be held accountable, and then you guys can come back to me and be like, hey, how's that list? Did you hope this was helpful? I hope this was a little bit of a guide to help you figure out how you want to reset for 2025, and these are just some simple ways to help you kick that off. So that is my list of ways that we can all reset for 2025. If you're interested in more videos like this, please like this video and subscribe. Let me know if there's any topics that you're interested in me covering, and thank you for watching.